God damn it. So you don't know where glitter comes from. I can see it on your fucking...
It's all over me. It's in my person. I really think I have it in my eyes. Like, my eyes hurt, and I've been sleeping in it. I've been waking up in it. It's not good. But yeah, where does it come from?
So, because the Nazis invented glitter.
Why?
Why? So in 1939, when Hitler took over Poland to subjugate the Jews in the area, he sent stormtroopers in there to round them up, and then to humiliate them, he took them out in the middle of town squares, and they would throw like buckets of freezing cold or boiling hot water on them.
That checks.
To humiliate them, and then to make them stand out more when they were like, it was like, you know, after Kristallnacht and all that shit, or before that, and they were just like really persecuting them and not like putting them in camps yet. They were just trying to make them stand out. And this is before the star was even made. So what they did is to humiliate them and make them stand out more. Instead of tar and feathering them, they would throw buckets of cold or freezing cold or hot water on them and then throw pieces of paper on them. Like wild shit. Okay. And then over time, the pieces of paper were different colored, and they meant different things. Like greens meant work camp, red meant death camp, blues and golds meant like how long they had been Jewish in the area and different parts that they lived in. And even the word glitter comes from glitcha, which means paper of death.
No, but that sounds more like confetti than glitter. Eventually,
but
they
then
made it sparkly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been working with that a lot.
Yeah, you hate Jews.
I don't. Well, I'm covered in it, so I could be one of. I'm not one, but I could. You know?
See, that's.
I'm not. Just to be clear. Just to be clear, I'm not. I would never. But
that's where that came from.
Damn.
Now, how much of that did you believe?
All of it. Why? What? Did you just lie to me? Did you lie to me? Did you make all of that up? That's not. Why would you do that?
Dude, it works every time.
Every time.
I believed every single word of that. You got me. No, okay. Well, you're really proud of yourself here, and you shouldn't be. You can convince me of anything. It's very easy.
First off, don't even try to downplay how good that historical fact was. That was
that completely fabricated?
All of it, beginning to end.
The Nazis didn't invent glitter.
No, the only thing the Nazis did was invade Poland.
Why? What?
This is the End Podcast. I'm Ryan Shannon. I'm here with the one and only Josie Marcellino.
Oh my God.
How are you?
Bamboozled.
You have
been. Jesus Christ.
How could you even believe such a thing?
What do you mean? That sounded so real.
Yeah.
That's also, I'm really gullible. Like,
Stop.
No, but
Don't
I am.
Don't make me, that's like, that's like when anybody tells you like, yeah, I laugh at anything. Like, I laugh, but I laugh at anything.
I don't laugh at anything, but like, it is very easy to convince me of anything. Like, I'm Sicilian, and like, I just this year realized that my grandpa was a truck driver like his whole life, and I, up until this year, thought that it was just normal to retire as a truck driver with $40 million. I didn't think there would be there's no underlying nothing that goes on in there. And then somebody pointed out that's not actually the normal salary that those guys retire with, and I think your grandpa was involved in some criminal activity. Yeah. And now looking back on it, like, I also realized that, like, as you get older, you don't lose your fingerprints. He told me that you did when I was a kid. He was like, when you get old, like me, you don't have fingerprints anymore. And I asked my mom, I was like, have you lost your fingerprints yet? Because she was 60. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, you lose your fingerprints when you get older.
Wait, how old were you when you asked this question?
28.
You're fucking retarded.
28. And she was like, no, you don't. What are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, like grandma and grandpa don't have fingerprints. And that's why they couldn't open a daycare. And she's like, why would they open a daycare? Your grandpa was a truck driver. And I'm like, I don't know why they wanted to do that, but they couldn't because they don't have fingerprints, because you lose them when you get older. Do you still have them? She's like, Josie, old people would get caught. Like, otherwise they just commit crime forever. Like, they have fingerprints. And I'm like, I don't think they do. And then
you said, I don't think they do.
Well, they don't. So that was later confirmed. They don't have fingerprints, but it's not because you just shed them as you get older. I think they might have been fucking criminals.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What was your grandfather's name? Would you be able to like track down his felonious acts?
Oh, maybe. I don't know, like, if he had a nickname or anything, but his name's Frank
Johnny
Marcellino. Like,
just truck driver Johnny?
Maybe. That could have been him.
Fucking. And he did this all in Italy or Sicily?
No, here. He was here.
Oh, yeah. He was definitely, here. Yeah. He was human trafficking.
He might have been.
You know what he was doing? He was
might have
rounding
been.
up Jews and taking them
And inventing glitter. My
yeah,
grandpa
to a glitter
invented
factory.
glitter. And I can't believe you made all of that.
That
fuck
is
up.
the best thing in the world.
I was before we even started rolling. You were like, that was invented by the Nazis. And I was like, that's crazy. I'm going to learn
You know what it
something
was?
today.
Is because Danny alley-ooped that so fucking hard.
I came in here
It
and you were
was
like, we're
so
going to
good.
trick this bitch.
That's not, you know what it is when because I would use that lie. I did that lie at work once and almost got, I got fired because of it, because I lied to a lady. But when I worked at a bar, I would lie about certain things that just would come up. One day I was behind the bar and this guy looked at me and asked where a local gym was, because he just moved to the city. And then he was like, you look like you go to a gym. Where do you work out? I'm like, oh no, I was just a child bodybuilder for a while. And I kind of kept the physique. And he goes, get the fuck out of here. And then I told him that the reason I look like this is because my dad was a bodybuilder for a very long time. And when we met my mom, he met her in Florida when she was going to FSU. And he was a bodybuilder down there for a little bit. Then my grandmother got sick. They came back up the East Coast. My grandmother passed away. But during that time, they had gotten pregnant with me. And then when I was born, my dad was still trying to get in, still exploring bodybuilding and doing that for a hobby. But then as I got older, he tried to get me into it because we lived on the East Coast. There wasn't a lot of places to fucking go. So we would go to Maryland sometimes and we would go to North Carolina sometimes. And actually I went down to Florida and competed when I was 8 years old, and I qualified to go to a championship in Venice Beach, California. And I competed against Ryan Gosling before he was on the Mickey Mouse Club. And when I said that, the guy goes, I remember that. No, you don't. That guy heard all of that, and then he heard Ryan Gosling. Oh yeah, dude, holy shit. I remember that. And when I said it, the bartender stopped pouring a beer and then walked away because she had to get away from how retarded everybody is.
That man was coming to you for help, and you just decided to trick him.
Yeah.
You gave him the Mandela effect.
I gave him the story. His brain completed all of that. He, in his brain, saw Ryan Gosling on the cover of a child bodybuilding magazine.
I think that's what happened. I think that's how the Mandela effect works.
Nah, I don't know. Isn't the Mandela effect just...
No, it's people remembering. They're it's not the Berenstain Bears, it's the Berenstein Bears. And
You know what? If it was the Berenstein Bears, they would have been rounded up and had glitter thrown on them. I can't believe you fucking remember.
I can. Back when I was 14 and I was working my first job, one of the managers, we were eating lunch one day and she said something about me being gullible. And I was like, I'm not gullible at all. She's like, Josie, sometimes we make shit up and we convince you that it's true just to see if we can. And you believe it 100% of the time. And I still, to this, I have no idea what she told me that was a lie. I might be repeating things.
Yeah, that's the best part of it.
I'm an adult. I might be repeating stories or things that I think are fact.
Every now and again, I'll think about conjuring up something at work, and then because you can go on Wikipedia and make anything true.
That's terrible.
You can just edit stuff to make it work out for you, and it'll stay up for who knows how long. It's pretty fucking great. You can just make shit up all the time. I made up at work when I worked at the one bar. I told a guy that Tom Petty's bassist recorded an album in London, and then Tom Petty provided the vocals for it and released a song called Comes From Penetration. And I wrote lyrics to the song and the melody and the tune, and then I had the whole bar singing the song. They're like, you don't know what comes from penetration? And then another lady came to that bar who worked down the street, and she started humming it, and then it got to that bar too. That stupid bullshit went down the block.
I'm really glad that this and shit like that is the outlet that you chose to do, because you could probably take over a nation or something. I don't know.
No,
I'm glad that this is what you.
I would love to just lie for the government. That would be fucking.
I think
hype.
you probably could.
That would be the that would be the coolest job in the world.
I'm glad that
it's just lying.
I'm glad you have this
government?
fucked up brain and it's just confined to Philadelphia.
You know what it is?
bars.
It's because they just need people to be more motivated, and I was never motivated enough to do it. People who want to do that.
It's a good thing, because otherwise
they want to join the Secret Service.
Shit.
Yeah, they want to do some cool shit. They want to be the guys who are organizing the purge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what they want. They want dudes to just give this disinformation and false information. It's
you have a face that looks like it could organize a purge.
You know what? I was told today that I have a face that looks Can I say it, Danny, or am I going to get in trouble?
I'll tell you what you look like. If you had a green hat on, you would be the one Mario brother that has like the big fat dick. What's his name? I can't remember. It's not Mario. It's the other one. The fucking, not the fat guy, the skinny, you fucking know which one I'm talking about.
Were you told that they have big dicks?
No, the one has a huge dick. It's like a thing. The green one. What's his fucking
Luigi?
Yes, thank
Luigi
you.
has a big what? Where did that get released?
That's just a known thing.
No, that's not a known thing.
It is.
Did someone tell
Did
this
someone
to
tell
you?
this to you? Who lied to you yet again?
I don't know.
About the size of fictitious
100%.
characters.
Fucking Google it. Fucking Google
I'm not
does
going to
Luigi
Google
have
the
a big
size
dick?
of
I
Luigi's
swear to God
dick
he does.
because he's a computer animated fucking thing that anybody can just draw or conjure up a huge hog on the guy.
So I guess somebody did.
Yeah, somebody did, but that doesn't make it true.
It's canon.
I
He
don't
does.
know.
Anyway, that's what you kind of look like.
No, I was told that I look like I was on the train and a lady, as she got off the train, told me I look like that one famous N-word who died.
Oh.
And then got off the train.
Oh.
And I've been trying to figure out who that famous N-word is that I look like.
I gotta tell you, I Googled this.
Did you Google it?
No, he actually has a pretty small dick.
Did you like Luigi?
Someone said that they calculated it.
What do you mean calculated his dick?
They're lying.
Twitter user did some quick math and figured out that Luigi's penis is about 3.7 inches.
Oh, no.
There's no way. He's Italian.
Oh, no.
That's not how that works.
3.7 inches on Luigi? No wonder.
Did you know that a
wait,
gorilla?
it also says flaccid, so not bad.
he's a grower.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
no,
probably
that's not-
average.
Yeah, it might be an
No.
average
He has
size
an
penis
average
on it.
penis.
No.
No. But you were talking about gorillas with their dicks? I'm
Gorillas
assuming?
are 2 inches erect.
Bummer.
Yeah.
That makes sense why they're so angry. all the
Yeah.
time. You ever seen a cat's dick?
No.
They are fucking wild. If you want,
What did you do to see a cat? I owned a cat.
what are you talking
I
about?
owned a cat for 10 years. I
You never saw his dick?
I saw like, from him from behind, but not him erect. When
Dude,
did you see a cat's dick?
what are you talking about? Cats get fucking wild.
I've never seen a cat's. What did you do to see
Danny,
a cat's dick?
Google cat's dick and then get your mind blown.
Can we see it up here? Can you?
I don't know.
project a cat's dick?
I don't know if we have the technology. I don't know
Have
if
you
we
ever
want to
seen
do
a
that.
duck's dick?
Yeah, they're corkscrewed.
Yeah, it's creepy.
And also, do you know that a female duck's vagina is corkscrewed as well, but the opposite direction? And that is why ducks, mainly mallard ducks, are rapists. All of them, because they have to overpower the duck. Now, how much of that do you believe?
I fucking.
But because it's true. Look at that. Look at that
Ew.
cat dick.
Oh no!
Oh my God, unnerving.
Oh my God! Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
That's all. Does that have fucking spikes?
Yes. So cat penises.
I don't want it. You're gonna lie to me.
No, I'm not. I'm not lying about this. This is fucking true as hell. Cat penises. The reason cat sex is so loud and obnoxious is because cat penises have barbs on them. So when they go in and enter a cat vagina, it barbs out.
Ew.
It's the reverse.
Ew.
It's the reverse of when dogs fuck, because what happens when dogs fuck, I don't know if you've ever seen two dogs stuck together. Have you ever seen that?
I don't watch animals fuck.
No, it doesn't you don't watch the animals fuck. It just happens sometimes. You'll see two dogs stuck together,
Never
ass
seen
to
one.
ass. What the hell is going on here?
No.
Where did you grow up?
In the woods, in the fucking
Yeah,
sticks.
man, you fucking need to. I grew up in the woods and I saw
grew up
dogs
in the fucking sticks.
stuck together daily. It was gross. But the reason dogs get stuck together is because when a dog's penis enters a dog vagina, the dog's vagina clamps to ensure that all of the sperm has gone in it.
Do you know why human penises are shaped the way that they're shaped?
Yep.
Do you actually?
So I know why the reason the head is shaped the way it is.
Yeah.
It's because when the head goes into a vagina, it's supposed to pull sperm out of it like a
Yeah.
shovel.
Yeah.
Danny, did you know that?
He's not lying about
Yeah.
that one. That
Yeah.
one's real.
That's a real fact.
That's a real one.
It's a
Or
real.
somebody else lied to me.
I don't
and
think
he also knew the lie.
That's.
Could be that.
It's been going on for a while. That's why
I
guys
feel
say they don't want to wear
gaslit.
condoms.
I
Like,
have no
I
idea.
can't scoop the sperm out, babe.
I don't know what's true anymore. I feel like I'm going fucking
You're living
nuts
in a
after
world
that.
of illusion right
Where did
now.
glitter? Somebody told me we're in a glitter shortage, which I don't understand that. because it's man-made. They might have been lying to me too, but but I think we are because we're in a helium shortage.
We are in a glitter.
Once we use all
What
the
do you mean we're in a glitter shortage?
There's only
Look that
a
up.
few companies that make it, and they keep the recipe for it.
What do you mean
and-
the recipe? It's cut up pieces of paper that are shiny.
No, it's not.
And
It's
the
not
usage.
paper.
No,
it's
no,
not paper.
I guarantee
It's not paper. That's
plastic.
confetti.
It's plastic.
I don't know what
it's
it is.
forms of plastic.
It's
I guarantee
sharp.
that's microplastic. And Danny, if that is what's happening here, we are opening up Glitter R Us tomorrow. We're fucking dude. It's gonna be glitter. We're gonna have all the glitter.
I have all the glitter currently in my bedroom. It's awful.
Shortage.
Yeah.
Glitter shortage. And did
Yes.
you say helium shortage as
Yeah, well,
as
there's only a finite amount of helium in the
Yeah.
world. It's an element, and once we use it all, we're done.
Yeah,
there's
then we're
no
just gonna
more.
have to go to hydrogen, and it'll be fine, except for when it's not.
Yeah.
There's a conspiracy that there's a glitter shortage.
It's now what? Now see when you throw in the word conspiracy,
I get got
Daniel,
by almost every conspiracy, unless it comes from my dad.
what is your favorite conspiracy?
Well, favorite in terms of what? In
Like,
terms of
you know,
it made me laugh the
the
most,
hits.
or like I believe it.
I guess both.
The one that made me laugh the most was a couple weeks ago. My dad called me and he was like, "Hey, I need you to be careful. I need you to get this pouch." They think my dad's a big fucking
You
conspiracy
sure your
theorist.
dad isn't
Awful.
into illegal shit? Too?
He might be. I
You
don't
need to
know.
Get this pouch for me.
But
Hold it for a couple
No, he was
days.
like, you got to have this pouch. I want you to put all your electronics in it because the nationwide, we're going to get an alert that's like it's testing like the
Yeah, we
national.
all got
Yeah,
that.
well, I was in Spain, so I didn't get it, but everybody here got it, and he was like, "That's what's going to activate the COVID vaccines, and it's going to fuck with all the electronics."
I would
and I was
love
like,
that to happen.
I hope it happens, Dad.
That would be so sick.
It didn't happen, and now that was fun for me because I had to tell my mom, "No, Dad's just retarded."
Yeah,
and
this is also coming from a lady
Hey.
at 28 years old
Hey.
believed that old people lose their fingerprints.
Hey.
I don't know. It might be
it makes
hereditary.
sense. You lose your fucking hair. You lose your hair. You lose your fingerprints. What?
That's not how it works.
Hair and skin are made from the same fucking shit. What do you mean that's not how it works? I get that it's not how it works because I've been told now that's not how it works.
You
But don't
are-
act like you're a fucking doctor
are-
and you understand how any of it works.
An adorable shit.
I don't.
Amazing. I
I'm
thought.
just saying. Your hair falls out, but your fingernails
Sure.
grow forever, and they're made from the same shit. So I don't understand why that is.
So okay, they are.
Yeah.
It's keratin,
Uh-huh.
but your fingernails and your hair have nothing to do with your skin.
I don't. If you take vitamins for your hair, they also work on your skin.
Sure. I'm not saying you're wrong.
It's fucking
What I'm
biotin and
saying
shit.
is,
Look, I'm aware that I was wrong. I'm aware that you do not lose your fingerprints. All I'm saying is don't sit here and act like you got a fucking PhD.
I am not acting
in hair
like
and skin.
no. I don't have a PhD. I honestly just am not retarded. I would
debatable.
never claim I'm the smartest person in the world, but that is beyond bonkers.
Look,
That you would even begin to believe such a thing.
I'm like I'm like test score smart. I'm school smart.
Unfortunately, that's
I'm
not helping
not
us.
street smart.
I don't even know if that's street smart because if so.
Well,
Wait,
it's just,
hold
so
on,
the reason that
hold
I'm
on,
smart in school
hold
was
on.
because I can retain
Now,
everything.
when people say like I'm test smart, I'm not street smart. What you also lead me to believe is if that was on a test, you would fail.
the reason
If that was on a test, you'd fail
The
it. So you're
reason-
not just test smart.
The reason that I'm test smart, the reason I was school smart is because if you tell me anything, I will remember it
Mm-hmm. Sure.
for the rest of my life.
That's great.
I will tuck that away. I remember everything. But the problem is I don't have any. I just believe that everybody's got good intentions and that they're telling me the truth. Because I'm not going to lie, but so many other people do.
That's the way the world works.
It's so bad.
The world is a ball of lies.
So anyway, I make a great granddaughter for a probably mob member.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
That you've done. And now, have you committed any cool crimes?
No, I just steal. That's not
It
fun.
depends on like stealing can be cool. Ocean's
No, I
11
just-
was pretty cool.
I don't do any
They were
heist shit. Like, I
stealing?
just take shit from Target.
Oh, that's
I know,
that's
it's
not
pretty
bad. You're
lame.
you know
I don't
you're-
steal from
you're
people. I don't
hurting
steal from like small businesses. I just steal from like mega corporations.
So what's the biggest thing you've ever stolen then?
A rug.
You stole a rug?
Yeah, from Walmart.
So you just walked out with the
Yeah,
rug?
pretty much.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's fucking...
That was like the largest object. And
Sure.
expensive. It was like a $200 rug.
You stole a $200 rug
Yeah.
from Walmart.
Yeah, and I've
decided,
destroyed that thing.
way to go.
It's covered in glitter and paint and everything else.
Gross.
I know.
Yeah, so you're on how many more... you make costumes for Halloween.
I do. Yes.
I remember seeing on Facebook. How many more do you have now?
Well, it's the 24th day of October as we film this. So there are 7 left.
7 left.
7 left. I have to make 4 of them. But
And you made it was supposed to be one every day?
it is. It has been. And it is continuing
That's
to be.
beyond ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite one?
For this year or like of all time?
Of all time?
Yeah, I was Danny DeVito as Frank Reynolds when he wrestled as the Trash Man.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And that went mega viral, and I looked just like him, just with a huge rack. It was great.
I thought you were going to say Danny DeVito as the Penguin. As soon as I hear dressing up as DeVito, I'm like, you better be going.
Yeah, I was like, it better be.
You better be Batman Returns right now. Because that...
Put that on the list for
You
future,
should. Why wouldn't you?
But it was good. It was a good...
Well, that's good.
I nailed it.
That's good. That's good. Now, how long did... Now, the Trash Man doesn't seem like a very complicated...
Oh, no. Very easy costume. The hardest part was the bald cap.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you got a lot of hair.
I love being bald.
You love being bald.
I love having a bald cap on. I don't know what it is. And a mustache. That's pretty good.
So bald and mustache.
Yeah.
So you could have easily been Carl Bertana-Natalewski from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And I don't know why you haven't done... I'm throwing out all... We got the Penguin, Carl... What other fucking goddamn bald
I've been the
asshole?
Lorax, which was another Danny DeVito character. But I did the Lorax.
Full
This year I did
DeVites.
Popeye. I did Dr. Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, see, now that's... I appreciate you say Dr. Eggman, but like, you know, that's Robotnik, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I appreciate you're going like Asian-y with that,
Yeah.
but it's Robotnik.
Yeah.
You know, when I told people, like, oh... Dr. Eggman, they're like, who the fuck is that? You have to say Robotnik or nobody fucking gets it.
Well, the guy from Sonic that was bald.
Yeah. You could just say the bad guy
Yeah, the bad guy
from Sonic.
Yeah. I did Mr. Clean. That was great. Yeah. Being bald rules.
Now, have you done any costumes that are like over the top, like not, like over the top gory, but not like a thing? You know what I mean?
Gory, but not a thing.
Like, you know, not like gory like Leatherface, you know,
That was
from...
Freddy Krueger last year.
Okay.
That had some gore.
Have you ever done just a normal costume that isn't like a theme or a recognizable person or persona or character?
What do you mean?
Like a ghost.
Oh, yeah, I've done a ghost.
Okay.
Done a witch.
Yeah,
I've
there
done
you
the
go.
simple shit.
That's what I was
I like
asking.
doing the simple
Yeah,
shit.
that's what I was asking.
I thought you were saying, like, you know, is this like a character you made up? Or like, have you been like a
I mean, you
graphic or
could. Yeah,
something?
yeah, sure. You could
Yeah.
do that. You could do
No,
that.
I started making costumes because it was like an anime nerd when I was a kid, and I used to
Sure.
like, make up my own characters, and I had to make those costumes.
Now, did you
Learn.
ever think to do the tentacle stuff from anime?
No, because I was a child when I was going to those.
Yeah, but you know.
I mean, I'm sure that would have gotten some draw, but no, I was a child raised by Catholic parents.
When I was in New Orleans, some lady did a sexy girl from The Exorcist.
Ooh, sexy Reagan.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's hot.
And it was like her makeup was really well done.
Yeah,
Like, it was fucked
but
up.
she was fucking.
Yeah.
Dude.
And I'm like, I don't know why that did it for me.
Sexy,
but it did it.
it's because it's super. I'm guarantee one, she had a great body, probably huge tits, probably ass was great, and it's just like, yeah, dude. Like sometimes, you know, that gets you where you need to be, whether you thought you were going to be there.
Done a lot for me.
But it was also the
works
high level execution. Like
Yeah, you
it
don't
was
want
like
a half-ass
studio
one.
quality
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
makeup.
Yeah, sexy. You know, what would be great. Sexy Unabomber would be fucking good.
Be a good one.
That would be fucking good. Sexy.
I would love to. Never mind.
What?
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. I don't want to say it out loud.
Why?
Because sometimes you think things and then you're like, I'm going to say that out loud. And then someone's going to get upset about it and it's going to haunt me later. So you.
I don't think anybody's going to get upset, but you do whatever you want. You
Okay.
live your life.
Yeah.
I was going to say sexy John Wayne Gacy would be pretty sick.
That would be a good one.
If you can pull off like the most unsexy shit,
That's what I love.
yeah.
I love throwing,
that's-
I love being something that's objectively not sexy, but just making it have cleavage. That's so
Yeah.
good. I
You could
love
be a
that.
sexy PPA that's objectively not sexy in any way.
Yeah.
But I've seen some hot lady cops, man. Lady cops are fucking...
Lady cops are hot.
Have you seen what they're doing with the PPA? It's all fat ass chicks.
Yeah, dude. Because they don't want you...
Violence against them had to have gone down. Like it had... I was talking about this had to have been a plan.
Without a doubt.
Do you think violence against fat chicks is less? I feel like it'd
No,
be more.
a
no?
fat ass?
A fat ass.
Oh, fat ass.
Fat ass.
Yeah, no.
I heard fat ass,
No,
not
fat
fat ass.
It's what they're doing is because they want...
Yeah.
The Philadelphia Gestapo wants to be hot.
Yeah.
So, like, if you have uggos on the... Like, it's easy to hate.
That's what I
know
thought you meant. I
mean?
thought you meant like they're
No, no,
hiring
no.
obese ladies.
No.
And I'm like, that would
That would
spike
lower
violence.
that. I think it would just lower the amount of tickets people got because
Yeah.
it would take them
Probably.
longer.
Yeah. Probably. I used
That
to
math
be
adds
obese.
up.
I wasn't going to put tickets anywhere.
That's Twitter math. It's like it takes them longer with their fat fingers to push the...
Well,
And then
I
you
walk
you're just
around the
getting out of the
street.
fucking car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Everything takes longer. Tickets would go way
Yeah.
down.
Don't get me wrong, man. I've seen some PPA guys that, as much as you could hate them, you kind of feel fucking bad. Like, you can tell that they were out of the workforce for X amount of years and then had to get back into it. And now they're a PPA dude, and they're like hobbling along with those correctional shoes that add more to their foot because it's like gone from diabetes or some shit. And
It
you're just
hasn't
like, God,
stopped me from leaving hateful messages on their car after I've gotten a ticket, but it should have.
why would you do such a thing?
Anger in the moment. You feel bad about it afterwards.
I don't even really think you know what it is with the PPA? I don't even get mad anymore. I used to get like
Because you don't
bummed.
fucking drive.
No, when I did, I've been booted 3 times in this city.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
What are
got
you talking
booted,
about?
and then they towed me the same day they put a
Yeah.
boot on. This was so fucked up. I came back from my trip this year, and then I found out that I had accumulated tickets, and I didn't know. So they were like, "You're gonna get booted," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I called them, and I'm like, "Hey, how do I fix it? What do I
Wait.
do?"
Accumulated tickets you don't know or you ignored?
Well, so I accidentally ignored them. I got a ticket, didn't realize it. Left for 4 fucking months into another country, came home, saw a shitload of notices that were like, "Hey, we're gonna come and get you," and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm eligible for a boot. That's not good." So I called this number. I explained what happened, and I was like, "How do I fix this?" And she was like, "Okay, well, you got to come down and you gotta do this. But where's it parked?" And I was like, "It's in front of my house." And she's like, "Okay, yeah, just make sure you take care of it tomorrow." And then within an hour, there was a boot on it, and then an hour later, it was towed. And I'm like, "Did that lady?"
Yeah. They're laser
Did
guided.
she
You know what she
Did I
did?
rat myself
you
out? And I
called
did.
and they traced the
Yeah.
fucking. That's exactly
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah. Oh, she asked me everything. She's like, "What's your license plate number? What's this? Where are you?" And I told her
Yeah.
all of that. And then they came and got me. I was trying to be good, and then it turned into an $800
Dumb,
adventure.
dumb,
And-
dumb.
Yeah.
You don't contact them. You wait for them to find you. When I got booted, the first time I got booted, they left a note on my car that said, "Got ya." Because I had been, dude, dead serious. I had been evading them for months. I was parking in lots. I was parking in garages. I was just never parking anywhere they could get me. And then I parked it on Chestnut Street. And motherfucker,
got ya.
and they got me.
That's very funny.
And then my bill was absurd.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much do you think it was? Let's do a little Price is Right action.
Okay. Hold on. I don't want to go over 1,200.
1,200? No. What do you think?
I'm going lower. Probably like 422.
Dylan, what do you got?
2,200.
I guess Danny was closest without going over. It was $932 and some change.
Yeah.
And when they booted me, they told me that I had a couple of hours because they were sending out a tow truck. And what you don't know, a lot of people don't know, it's not a regular tow truck they send out. It is a special one to accommodate the fact it's got a boot on it.
Yeah.
So therefore your price goes up even more.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like the money that rolls in is fucking absurd.
You know the way around this, right? So if it totals a certain amount of money, this works great if it's an old car. And you know you're on the boot list. Like I've sold my car to my grandmother for $1, and then she registers it.
Oh, man.
and then you're no longer on the list.
That's fucking an amazing crime.
Yeah, I had a
Are you sure you're not
2002.
Josie's grandfather? That
Yeah.
is fucking.
I had
that is good crime.
I had a
Shit.
2002 Saturn that was owned by my grandmother, my wife, 2 of my friends.
That is
I would
fucking
just park
awesome.
in Center City and take the tickets.
Like,
it was a piece
sorry.
of shit car.
I'm gonna start selling you
That's
a Subaru. Can we
awesome.
just sell it back and forth to each
That's-
other? That's great.
The best.
That's so good. Holy shit.
Man, that is a great.
Yeah, I come from a long
Yo,
line
that's
of
fucking great,
dirtbags.
dude.
That's some
See, I come
scumbag
from a
shit. I
whole
love
long line
that.
of people like, yeah, they get to me, they get to me. Like, I'll just keep driving around. They'll never find me. Yeah, and then they did. And then they did twice, and then they did a third time. And the last and final time they towed me, I don't even know where that car is. I never even explored getting it back. I was like, you now own a 2004 Suzuki Ario. Good for you guys. I do not want it. And then I realized all of my Sega games were in the car when they took it.
Shit.
And that was, yeah, dude, that was the biggest loss of my life. Trying to play Altered Beast and be like, where am I? And that was like half a year later. I was like, yeah, I got my fucking, okay, this is going to be great. Nope, all gone.
They auctioned off your car and someone got all your
That's
games.
my biggest fucking fear,
Yeah.
too, is that some fucking dickhead got this car with all these gems in it.
Yeah.
They got my treasures, and I fucking am so mad about it. We got messages. Put on those cans. Let's see how long it takes you to figure it out. Whoa. Oh, she did it. A lot of people struggle.
Putting on headphones?
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Jesus, do you have just the mentally handicapped on this show?
I don't, yeah.
I was wondering, I was like, oh, the messages? I have to figure out something with the messages, not putting headphones on my fucking head.
There's
Yo, shout out Danny Dubs and talking about the bum hole. No, in all seriousness, I have never seen my bum hole myself. But in light of the Dark Lord worship, I have had times where I've gotten so high after fucking my wife in a hot shower that was on the 36th floor of a high-rise that I passed out for a mid-second and ended up flipping over. And in the mid of that flip, my good old roommate came running in like the homie he was, only to see my bum hole straight up in the air. His face and his shock was everything you could only imagine a horror to be. But it's still a memory I have to this day. And my future and now current wife at the time coming into the room with her towel wrapped around her, seeing me laughing my ass off, so stoned out of my ass. Sorry, stoned off my ass. God, I sound like a fucking idiot, but I am a retard. Anyway, stoned off my ass to the point that I couldn't control my own words. Anyway, I can't control my own words now because I'm about ready to go back to work. But thanks for listening to me. Shout out from
You know what my favorite
go.
part about that?
I love that he was like, oh, the part that makes me sound retarded is that I said on instead of off. That's the part that makes me a retard,
My favorite part.
not the rest of it.
He said he has to go back to work. He stopped doing his job.
Someone taking a smoke break to leave that message.
That is my favorite thing in the world. That guy was at work. I was like, I gotta tell this dude about my friend seeing my butthole, and then I gotta get right back. They're not gonna be able to unload these Christmas trees coming in for the season. I gotta fucking get it done.
Was that was he?
Holy shit!
Have you never seen your own asshole? He like really targeted you with that. Have you never looked at your own?
I think we had a conversation
We
about
did.
that.
I've never seen my own butt.
You've never seen your own asshole?
No.
Why?
I was the one who said I did. That's why.
That's right.
Okay, yeah, good. That's a normal thing. You should know what you're working with. That's your body.
You know what? It was Danny.
It was Danny.
Yeah, Dan.
Yeah. Like the butthole's getting mixed up here, dude. See, that's how none of us have even seen our buttholes. We wouldn't be able to identify them in a lineup if we saw
crazy.
them. I have no idea what my butthole looks like.
Why would you not? You have to know. That's your body.
I don't know if you have to know that.
You have to know.
I don't know if I have to
You
know.
need to get a mirror.
The
bend
only way
over,
I
and
would
look at
ever
old
want
leather
to know
bagel.
is if someone was like, yo, there's something wrong with your butthole. And then I'd be like, I guess I need to check this out. As far as I know, there's never been an issue with my butthole, so I don't know. It would all be
But
news to me.
You don't want to see what you're working with.
What do you mean what I'm working with? I'm not working with my butthole.
You're working with your butthole every day of your life.
I don't know. But the whole thing is I trust my butthole to just do the job blindly.
But you never say like, hey, buddy, like you got to know what your stuff looks like. You're never curious?
I think you're miscommunicating. Know what you're working with. Are you more like, oh, you got to know the functionality, or do I need to know the aesthetic?
Both.
I don't need to know the aesthetic of my butt. No, I don't.
Yes, you do. It's part of you.
So what?
So get familiar with it. What are you afraid of? You think there's going to be a fucking Loch Ness monster tangled up in there?
Sick. If the only way I would actually look at my butthole is if I knew something cool was in there. Guess what?
There might be.
There's not.
There might be. You don't know. I didn't say in. You don't have to fucking
look. What I'm saying is thus there was like a fucking person who, like, if I was at a doctor and the doctor's like, hey, do you know you have the fucking your butthole is actually the Flyers logo? I'd be like, yo,
that'd be sick. It could be.
A
and
fucking
you just
look.
Don't know.
No, I don't. I'd rather have a medical professional tell me.
What if it's really ugly and you don't know and you're walking around with an ugly butthole?
I don't care. It's a butthole.
You should know.
I don't know. I don't need to. My butthole can be the ugliest fucking.
Did you know your asshole and your mouth have the same cells? You can get strep throat in both. How crazy is that shit?
I'm going to use that.
You can get strep throat in your ass. They don't tell you that.
We're going to be like, sorry, my butthole's got strep.
They don't tell you until they have to tell you. And then you have strep in your ass. Yeah. That's great because your mouth cells, it all connects. Your mouth and your butthole are one tube.
It's a big tube.
And they have the same cells.
What I'm saying is I don't need to know that my butthole is grotesque because then...
But it might be cute. You don't know?
I don't need to know either way.
What if it also has a mustache?
I'm pretty sure it does. My ass is hairy as fuck.
Yeah, probably.
I don't need to know what's going on back there in that forest of fucking bullshit. It's probably gross.
It probably...
I'm going way over.
Do you eat a good diet? Or no?
I mean, I eat a lot of fruit and I eat a lot of grains.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's good for your butthole.
I don't know either.
I've never had strep butthole,
that's
so I've got that going for me.
Congratulations to you.
Jesus Christ. Play the next message. Thank you for calling.
Shout out Rye, shout out Dubs, you're the king, man. I'm going to try to do a quick... So, Rye, my mum just died recently, and everyone tries to be nice and all that, but it can actually be quite annoying, bro. So, what I was asking is, when old Tom fucking kicked the bucket, how do you deal with all of that, bro? I guess you sort of just got to sit it out and just listen to everyone, right? Yeah, I guess that is the question. Shout out whoever the guest is this week, but shout out Ryan and shout out Dubs, man. This is fucking awesome. Love the content, love the production. You guys rule, funny as fuck. Chat. Oh, Dubs, do not tell anyone who the fuck this is. I know I sound like a faggot saying all this. Chat.
Don't tell anyone who the fuck this is.
That was a really good Kiwi accent.
Don't tell him. I'll fucking kill you, Dubs. How do I get it? Well, I'm sorry that your mother passed away. That is a bummer. How did I get over Tom dying? I think it was more like, I thought Tom was going to die long before he did. I'm actually surprised that he even lived as long as he did, given his lifestyle and choices and, asocial and reckless behavior that he had been in most, like all of my life. I'm pretty sure most of his. So it wasn't, the eulogy is weird enough. The eulogy that I wrote and read at his funeral, I had wrote 4 years prior. Because there were times, especially, my dad got cancer twice. The first time, it was like, he's like, I'm going to ride it out. And when you hear a dude be like, yo, I don't care, I'm not going to do any treatment, you're like, you've made your decision, I'm just going to have to deal with whatever the fuck happens. And then I think he got hit with a taste of his own mortality, and then he decided to do chemo and radiation, which was super gross. Because at that point in time, the doctors were telling me that because of his previous lifestyle and all the drugs he had done, all the drinking he had done, all the reckless fucking bullshit he had done, that there was a good chance, due to his already deteriorating medical condition prior to that, if the cancer doesn't kill him, the radiation will kill him. Like, the treatment will end up killing your dad. And he's like, make arrangements for that. And when a doctor tells you that, you're like, I guess I will make arrangements. And the only thing I could do is write eulogy. I was like, I don't know what else we're going to do with this fucking guy. Because he didn't have a plan. There was no will. There was no, yeah.
Even when he got cancer, he wasn't like, let's make a will.
No.
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 It's just free balling.
The only thing he ever said is that he was like, there were times I would see him and he was horrific look. I mean,
cancer did he have?
He had mouth and throat. So like what he was doing is getting belted in the face with this fucking gamma rays.
Yeah.
So like anytime I would see him, I'd be like, dude, what camp did you just get liberated from? You look horrific.
A lot of Holocaust references.
It was bad. And you know what? I threw glitter on him. It was fucking...
I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself, and then you can write the eulogy.
You know what?
Just get started on that now.
I might as well. Josie was really dumb.
First of all.
Meant well, that Josie. But, the only thing he ever said that I remember being like, I guess we have to do that. Where he's like, when I die, I want you and Kyle to bury me.
You personally dig the hole?
No, because they were going to dig the hole in the cemetery.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want you and Kyle to you need to fill me in. And I was like, what? He's like, you guys don't do enough things together. You used to be a little bit closer. You haven't talked in a while. I know that you guys ain't fucking on the same page anymore. Now I want you to you guys got to put the dirt on me, cover me up together. And I remember being like, that is the most, and he was dead serious. He's like, that's the only thing I want out of all this. And yeah.
Me to laugh at your father's last wishes.
That was his last thing. And it was like, I was like, I guess I'm going to have to do that.
Did you fill in your dad?
No.
Okay.
He ended up getting cremated. Oh. Which was, in a way, I remember when they were talking about the cremation. Now, keep in mind, this was right. He died in 2020. So he died in February 2020. And this is right when COVID was becoming the super scary thing that it eventually became. So nobody knew what to do with the dead body. They were like, we don't know what to do with them yet. Mm-hmm. And he was kind of in weird limbo. And then they were like, his state of his body is so bad, we're just going to have to burn him. And I was like, cremate that dude. That is way easier than burying him and way cheaper.
Yeah.
Because then we didn't have, and I also didn't want to fill in a fucking hole with my brother. Because you know what would happen? I'd hit that fucking kid with a shovel and bury him in there too. There would be 2 bodies in that fucking grave. And I wouldn't even felt bad. Because you know what would happen? We'd get 5 minutes into burying him. And Kyle would be like, man, it sucks, man. My fucking hands hurt. I don't like... Yo, you really, we gotta fucking do this? I'm like, yeah, just fucking shut up. And I was willing to do it. I was willing to just, if that's what you want at the end, that's what I'll do. But yeah, when he did die, there was a lot of people who were reaching out, which is very nice. And how long does it take till you tell people to shut the fuck up? I think it was more it was a delusion of grandeur, because I had talked about him for a very long time. And, I played on the fact that he was a reckless dickhead. And he was. And all the things I told about him were true. I remember there were times where I would talk about him, and then a friend of mine I was working with had listened when I was making fun of him. He was like, don't make fun of your dad in his state. Because this was back when he was also continuing to die. They're like, you can't make fun of him. I was like, he's my fucking dad.
Yeah.
I'll make fun of that fucking corpse any fucking day I want.
Absolutely.
And that was if anything, when do you tell people to stop? You just take it in stride, because they're never going to stop, especially if your mom or whoever in your family means something to you. Everyone's going to, go out of their way to give you condolences. But I think it was, when Tom died, everyone was under the impression, and, everyone knew him dying was not the worst thing to happen to him. It was actually the best thing that could have happened to him. The fact that he had lived as long as he did, doing what he had done and continuing to do drugs like a crazy maniac after he had been put on hospice.
Well, what are you going to fucking stop?
Well, not after he had been put on hospice. Before he was put on hospice, he had lied about smoking methamphetamine.
Oh.
So that was after he had lied about also his cancer as well. So, this is where everyone's like, how much can you really be sympathetic to a man's efforts to get better when he's playing it fast and loose with everyone's feelings, time, and money and efforts? So it's like, dude, you made this shit sandwich. You're going to have to eat the whole fucking thing. And he did. And he did it with grace.
We all got to go eventually. That's the one thing we're all going to do. We're all going to fucking go.
Yeah, sure. I guess.
Oh, I just had someone come back from the dead.
What?
What does that mean?
That's spooky.
So I swore my Uncle Pat died when I was living in LA.
Yo, you just got Mandela effect.
Because someone died. And now I'm nervous to ask who died because I assumed it was Uncle Pat.
Damn.
And then I was at my grandmother's house and she was like, "Oh, your Uncle Pat sent me this." And I was like, "Oh no, she's losing her mind too." Uncle Pat couldn't possibly. But my aunt was there to verify Uncle Pat was there. But when I was living in LA, I swore she said Uncle Pat died. I was like, there's no way I can swing coming to the funeral. But also, I asked my wife about this. I was like, "Did you ever meet an Uncle Pat?" And she was like, "No, I've been with her for 15 years.
Yeah. And you never met Uncle Pat?
She never met Uncle Pat.
She never met him.
But he was like I knew him pretty well. He was my grandfather's brother. We talked often. And then I just never talked to him again because I thought he died.
Forever.
So he's alive.
So is he alive?
So he's alive, but now I don't know
who died?
Who else
I
died?
don't know who died.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome as hell, dude.
You thinking one of your relatives have been ghosting you? You've been ghosting him.
You have to figure it out. You know what you have to do? You have to wait for Pat to die, and then at his funeral, be like, "Yeah, it's so crazy since the other funeral. What was the last funeral?" You got to bring up the funeral to somebody else and be like, "I haven't seen you since blah blah blah." I was like, "Yes, I know."
But he wasn't at that funeral.
Yeah, but you can just make it up.
Okay.
You lie. Nobody knows who's dead in Danny's family.
Danny doesn't even know who's dead in Danny's family.
That's what I'm talking about. It's perfect thing.
This was 11 years ago. Yeah. I haven't spoken to him in 11 years, assuming he's been dead.
He's been dead for over a decade.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No.
That's awesome.
Oh, this poor man.
It fucked me up. I was like,
I mean, the funny thing is though, you thought that guy was dead. I was waiting. The worst part is the waiting for someone to die is kind of worse than someone just abruptly going away. I understand the cutoff and such a jarring thing that can be very detrimental and fucking just confusing for someone to have someone be in your life and then out of it. However, what I will say is watching someone slowly implode on themselves. And it's like watching a slow moving car crash and you can't get away from it, but you also are making accommodations for yourself to prepare yourself for people to die. My dad's number, my stepmom called me on my birthday. When the number comes up on my phone, it's still in my phone as Tom Shaner might be dead.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Because anytime I got a phone call from them,
you had to prepare
I had
yourself.
to think, it's like Tom Shaner might be dead.
Oh, no.
I was like, he might be. And
well, now he is.
And now he is, but it's still, now I do it out of respect.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, you make accommodations for yourself to be prepared for when someone is going to be gone. And I think it's easier when they are out.
I don't know. I think grief-wise, it's easier when you know it's coming. Because I've had both. One of my very good friends died in a car crash when I was 16. And that's tough. Like, that shit hits you like a live wire. But, like, I watched my grandma go, and I loved her so much.
Sure.
But it was like I was able to grieve in stages while she was still here, and you get out everything you want to say. And,
But I understand what you're saying. However, what I will say too is there was sometimes there is the audacity of hope. People sometimes get caught up in the hope that they will recover from whatever's going on. You know what I mean? As where Tom was beyond the pale.
Yeah.
In fact, him living through the first round of cancer wasn't so much as it was, a miracle, as much as it was inexplicable. The doctors were confused. They were like, how did this happen? How was it? That's why I've said when people are like, oh, your dad beat cancer. I don't think Tom beat cancer. I think cancer gave up. I think cancer was like, what the fuck is wrong in here?
All right, I got a question. Was your dad a mean guy to like other people?
No.
Oh, that's because usually they tell you if you ever get cancer, you want to become the biggest fucking cunt in the. Can I curse on this? The biggest fucking cunt ever, because mean people live forever and dickhead or nice people just die so quick. That anybody in the healthcare industry will tell you that.
Look, what I can tell you is, was my dad mean to other people? No. Was he an angry man? Yes.
Oh, okay.
Was he mean to anybody? He never was mean to anybody who didn't have it coming.
Okay.
But like, he was an angry guy,
Sometimes you can
constantly
live out of
frustrated.
spite. Sometimes you can live out of spite.
He definitely did.
Okay.
He definitely the last year of his life was spiteful as fuck.
Good for him.
Couldn't give two shits out of anything. One of his weird things that he would do is because he was on a feeding tube because all of his mouth and throat were so fucked up he couldn't eat. One thing he would do is he's like, one of the funniest things is when they come in to weigh me and the doctor puts him on a scale and weighs him. He's like, and then I press the button for the feeding tube and it goes through and I shit it all out and they have to weigh me again. He's like watching that bitch's face get all pissed off because I just crapped $50.
Yeah, I can see why your dad lived a long time.
I was like, yeah, dude.
That's making sense now.
Yeah, he was a huge cock. And he just fucking didn't care. At the end of his life, that's why, as much as you... And it was annoying and frustrating, without a doubt. But at the end, it's like, what the fuck did I expect? I didn't expect anything. I had no expectations with that at all, and I didn't expect him to live as long as he did, considering my whole life he was reckless.
Can I say something that it's just kind of out of the blue and maybe a little fucked up? You have like great veins for if you wanted to do intravenous drugs. It's like crazy how popping the one on the side of I didn't even know you had a vein there. That's insane.
What?
The one on that one. But you got to put your arm down and then you can see it.
Oh. All right.
Anyway, you shouldn't do that. But if you did...
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate the vein talk.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But
Don't do them.
I would...
Don't do it, but if you're going to do it, it'll be very
I bet it'll be so good.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Yeah, I know. I'm vascular. I get it.
If you found out that you had cancer, let's say stage 3.
Stage 3. One of the hardest stages.
Would you just...
Robotnik's at the end of that stage.
Would you just take it and be like, I'm checking out, and then like have a party the rest of your life?
It depends on what kind of cancer we're talking about. We're talking about brain cancer. We're talking about fucking lung cancer. We're talking about head and neck cancer. There's so many cancers. Pancreatic cancer.
Bone cancer.
Bone cancer.
Yeah.
Now, from what I do know about bone cancer, it's pretty much a death sentence.
Maybe. I don't know much about
it. It's not good because there's nothing they can really do except for like a bone marrow transplant and shit like that. And it's pretty bad.
Okay.
Now, if I found out I was going to die of bone cancer, I wouldn't not explore treatment. I would explore the most ridiculous fucking treatment.
Okay.
I would explore things that like are so experimental that
like drinking like amniotic fluid.
No,
and,
like cutting my head off and putting it on a robot body.
Oh.
I'm talking fucking jump in the
suicide.
goddamn sure.
Okay.
Fucking kill me in the name of science.
So you're just gonna kill yourself.
If I fucking found out that I was gonna die, someone's like, yo man, you have 6 months to live. First off, that's 6 months to do some wild ass shit.
Yeah.
But then month number 5 at the end of that, I do 5 months of fucking wild ass shit. The last month is I fucking get hold of fucking Russia or some kind of weird ass goddamn bullshit medical group. And I'm like, yo, here's the thing. I know I'm going to die. I know it's going fucking south really fucking quick. What is the most ridiculous advancement that you can make that I can be part of for not only possibly advancing medical science, but possibly becoming a fucking cyborg? Live out a boyhood dream. That's what I do for 5 months. Live out a boyhood dream. And then the last month, I'm like, yo, let's fucking skip into the great beyond. If I can't fuck Karen Parsons, do you know who that is?
No.
That's Hillary Banks from fucking...
Oh. I know who that is.
Which I'm going to do in the 5 months.
I was going to ask you, what are the top 3, like, just things you're going to go for on your bucket list?
Probably trying to fuck some celebrities, maybe. And then, you know what I also want to do? Danny, you and I will go to Thailand, and I will fight in a Muay Thai fucking match with glass. All the things I would do would be possibly going to kill me. That's all. They'd be all reckless fucking things.
Would you have sex with a ladyboy?
I said possibly kill me, not destroy them. You think those lady boys are gonna have to? You think I'm just gonna go there and take it easy on you?
I know somebody.
Boys?
I'm not gonna name names, but I know somebody who went over to Thailand and was just like chilling, and it was like nightlife, enjoying the time. And then a lady boy came up to him and he was like, "No, thank you. Like, I'm not interested." And they like started rubbing his dick, and like he was like, "I mean, whatever. Just do what you're gonna do, I guess, because you're not listening to me." And then they felt him get all the way hard, and they were so horrified because his dick was so big, and they were like, "Oh!" And then they just ran away.
Man, what a whirlwind of emotions.
Yeah.
Get away from me, lady boy. Okay, rub my dick, lady boy. Oh, you're scared of me now, lady boy? That's a fucking roller coaster.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Yeah, see, I want nothing to do with that in fucking Thailand. Get out of here. Me and Danny just going to go over there and play Russian roulette like crazy people.
Danny, you're playing Russian roulette too.
Yes, Danny.
You're part of this too.
Danny will be there for wild ass danger games.
Well, I got to document this.
Yes, it's
I
dude.
just got the weirdest deja vu.
Oh,
I might have dreamed this.
no, this is a terrible dream. Was that there? Was that revving of the engine?
Oh no!
That's
I thought you pointed to like the Charger.
We're
I'm like,
doing
no.
figure 8 racing in fucking France. We're going over. You even know what that is? You have no idea what that is.
I imagine it's a race that you do in a figure 8.
Bitch.
Am I wrong?
Oh, we're going demolition derby.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Something fucking wild. That's something, it's just like, you know.
I'll pay to fix the Trans Am.
Oh, man. I think, if anything, if I found out that I only had 6 months to live, I would just take out, like, yo, I have to take out loan. I'd just be like, fuck it, dude. Take it out. I need $20,000 to fix my fucking car to take it on the most ridiculous journey to hell with me. I have no problem or qualms doing such a thing.
Yeah, run up your fucking credit score. You
I also would try and I don't know if I'd travel. I wouldn't travel unless like again, to do like cool shit like that, but like I don't give a fuck about, I don't know, there's nothing really that I want to see. Unless I can go there and possibly be involved with the destruction of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If someone's like, yo man, you want to help blow up a pyramid? I'm like, sign me up, dude. Or if they were like, yo, we had, like, you know, again, man, this is just delusions of grandeur. If I was about to die and I was like, yo, you got to give me some crazy ass super medical bullshit to try and like save me, or it'll kill me, but I'll be in the name of science advancing things. If they were like, yo, we have a suicide mission for you, I'd be like, fuck
Do a suicide
yes. Are you fucking out of your mind? And they're like, yo, if you win, if you come out on the other side of this, we'll pay you X amount of dollars to continue to live your life. But there's also like a very good chance you will not make it. But you'll be doing this for service, for the betterment of like, unless, and they'd have to lie to me.
Yeah.
They'd have to give me like a thing that I felt noble about, or something I'd actually want to do. But if it's like, yo, so what we're going to do is you will be part of a group of mercenaries that are also in this suicide squad with you. But what you are going to do is there's a bunker outside of Kuwait that we can't get to, and they have missile defenses all over the place. So what we're going to do is, instead of using Wi-Fi to shut down their missile capabilities, we're going to strap bombs to you and then put a spike on your head and kick you out of a plane and give you a way to bust through the thing bust through the bunker all the way down and blow it up. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I'm doing that tomorrow.
I've only wanted to kill myself once in my life, and the guy that I was seeing at the time, I told him thinking like he's gonna, this is somebody I'm coming to with this very vulnerable thing. He was like, I think it's really selfish to try and kill yourself if you're not going to try and assassinate the president while you do it. And Donald Trump was in office, and he was like one of those.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this was a cry for help, and now I just feel bad. So
Yeah, you don't.
I didn't kill myself, which I guess.
Well,
worked
I
out.
guess it all works out.
Yeah.
You didn't kill yourself, and then you got glitter in your eye, and fucking just you came here. Fantastic.
Yeah.
It all worked out for the best.
It's all worked out for the better.
But I wouldn't try to assassinate anybody. And if I did try to assassinate somebody, I would assassinate a mascot.
Like the fanatic?
You know what?
Like Gritty?
Oh, I'd kill Gritty.
No. I just saw a video of Gritty going to the zoo and all the
Look how
animals
excited.
freaked out.
Look how excited.
It was so cute.
This is why.
All the cats loved him. It
I
was
bet
so
they
fun.
did. God damn it.
It was so
fucking
good.
Huge orange retard.
It was so good.
Yeah, I bet it was
Me or
great.
the mascot?
The fucking mascot. Maybe you're orange. Maybe,
I'm not orange.
I don't know. Maybe your butthole's orange.
It's
You've never
not.
seen it.
I have seen it.
All
I've
right.
seen my own asshole because
Whatever.
I'm not crazy. I'm a normal
I don't
person.
know about that.
I
See,
own a
your
hand mirror.
butthole is kind of nuts. There are 3 people here. Wait, Dylan, did you say you did or didn't see your butthole?
I did.
You
Yeah,
did see it.
Good, like a normal person.
Now, did you like it?
I don't know if I liked it.
But is it nice?
I was
is it
checking
good?
for a hemorrhoid,
Oh,
See, that's what I'm talking about.
but
You
it
don't like-
wasn't. It ended up not being that.
that's good. Congratulations, Mazel Tov.
Great. But again, I think guys' relationships with their buttholes are a little bit different from women's relationships with their buttholes. A guy's butthole is like someone you see on the subway and you've worked with for a little bit, but you don't talk to them. You're just like,
But you've never seen it.
yeah, I'm just saying,
So
like,
it can't be like a guy you've seen on the subway. If
he's
you've never
connected
fucking
to me.
Seen it.
He's like a guy who works in a different department and maybe
That
he's got
you've
a name.
just never
He's got a
seen.
name tag that says
I think
Shayna's
it's
butthole on it.
homophobic that you haven't seen your own asshole.
Whoa.
I'm just gonna say it. I think it's homophobic.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is wildly homophobic.
It is. That you've never seen your own butthole.
Why is it? Yeah, sure. I guess I'll die on that butthole hill.
It's racist too.
It is racist
Yeah.
because my butthole is black as hell. This has been the End Podcast with Ryan Shaner. Josie, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for
Please
having
call
me.
the hotline 833-443-5300 and we'll address any comment, question, concern, or possible bereavement messages you want to leave on the show. Thank you so much. Later.